he really improved on the riffs, and then same thing with the vocals. We Tim and I and Jason all worked on the vocal tracks to make them amazing and make them much better than what they were on the demos. We used, I would say, about 30% of the vocal ideas on the demos, and then the other 70% we just came up with in the studio, and so yeah, it improved vastly from the demo version, and I was really psyched when we got in the studio and everybody started laying down their tracks. It was just really amazing hearing them really improve on the music and everything that I had written.
Now, were there any songs that you cut from the CD that didn't make the cut, or did you pretty much release everything that you recorded?
Yeah, everything's pretty much, it's the same songs that were on the demos. I don't like to write just a ton of extra songs, because I'd rather concentrate on the songs that are going to be on the album. Usually what I do is I'll write, enough songs for the album, and then just go through those songs and rewrite them 9 or 10 times even until they're perfect, right. Rather than just write a ton of different songs and pick certain songs. I'd rather write, the exact amount of songs we're going to have on the album and just make them perfect. And so even the song that I just finished, the 6th song for the next Charred Walls CD, I've rewritten it 6 or 7 times already, and I'm sure I'll be rewriting it another 2 or 3 times before we even get to the studio. And then Jason and I will go through and kind of rewrite it again. So that's the best thing to do, I think, is just to kind of concentrate on the songs that you want on the album and make them the best that they can be.
Right. Now, are you going to do any touring when you have downtime from the Stern show, or are you just going to do shows in, here and there, one-offs?
No, we'll definitely, we'll work it around my schedule on the Stern show and also the other guys' schedules, because they're pretty busy as well. And we'll just make sure we line everything up and probably do maybe a week or two in July, a week or two in August, because we have some Stern show vacations then, and do some festival shows where we can play to some big amounts of people. And we'll definitely work it out with everybody's schedules and play as much as we can. It won't be a thing where we're able to go out for a month or two at a time like a lot of bands, but it'll be a very special thing when we are able to go out and play. And we'll definitely we're going to try and do as much as we can. We're talking with some booking agents now and getting some shows lined up. So yeah, I'm psyched to get back on stage.
Cool. Now, you did some pre-orders through Shockhound that were $5.99. Do you know what the numbers were? Was it a good turnout selling it at a low price like that?
I'm not really sure. I'm actually very curious. I think by this Tuesday we'll kind of know the first week's numbers, and I don't know. I hope it did good. I know that's a good deal, and I'm psyched that there's the DVD that comes with the CD. So I think that's a good reason for people to go out and pick up the actual physical CD. But also I know that the sales on iTunes have been pretty good. The single sold really well, So yeah, I'm just, hoping for the best. My main thing is that I want as many people as I can to hear this, and I want to be able to do a bunch more albums and do some shows. So right. I'm hoping it does really well. We've been doing a lot of promotion for it. I've been doing a ton of interviews and, being on the internet every day, just getting the word out. So hopefully everybody knows about it.
Are you going to do any type of live DVD or anything like that?
Well, I'm sure we will. Just right now we're kind of thinking about the next thing we have on our list is maybe doing some vinyl for the album, which I'm psyched about. But beyond that, we really don't have anything planned as far as a live DVD, but I would definitely love to.
Cool. Now, what do you think your favorite track off the CD is? I know all of them mean a lot to you, but which one do you find yourself liking the most off the CD?
That is a tough one because personally, just because I wrote all the songs, I love them all. But I don't know. I really love Voices Within the Walls. I think that has a really awesome chorus, and it's really catchy. Blood on Wood I really like. From the Abyss I really like. It's just hard to say. I like them all, but if I had to pick one, I would say Voices Within the Walls.
Right.
Probably one of my favorites.
Each one of them kind of have a story. You started going into a few of them. Are most of the tracks like that and have a story behind it? Because you did mention a few of them the other day on the Stern Show, that how you came up with some of them. Do you want to just refresh for anybody who might not listen to the Stern Show that listens to me what some of these tracks are about?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, they're all the lyrics are very personal. I find that it's easy because the writing lyrics is so hard. I give anybody credit that can write really good lyrics, because it's a very tough thing to write lyrics that mean something, and that also where the words sound cool and make sense, and that also where they fit the music perfectly. And it's a really, really challenging thing to do. And I find that the easiest way for me to write lyrics, the most natural way, is to write about personal experiences and things that I can relate to and that hopefully other people can relate to. Like the song Fear in the Sky is about my fear of flying, and how it feels so unnatural to me to be 30,000 feet in the air. And it's something I can never ever get used to, and I don't think I ever will get used to it. And so that's what the lyrics in Fear in the Sky deal with. And the song From the Abyss is just about my love of music, and how no matter how depressed I've been in my life and how bad things have gotten, I can always turn to heavy metal and music, and it kind of lifts me up and makes me feel a little better, and kind of brings me out of the abyss. And so that's what those lyrics are about. The song Manifestations is about my fear of dying, and how, to me, it's the scariest thing in the world to think that there's a possibility that when we die we just cease to exist, and that all consciousness is gone for eternity. And that really, really frightens me, and because of that I'm really kind of searching for proof of an afterlife, and if I saw a ghost, I would be very, very excited. I wouldn't be scared. It would be the greatest thing in the world to me if I saw a ghost. And so that's what that song is about, just searching kind of for a proof of an afterlife, because I'm the kind of person that if I don't see it, it's very hard for me to believe in an afterlife. And the song, let's see, what else? The song Blood on Wood is about my passion for drumming, and just how one day I was practicing drums and I broke a blood blister, and I looked down and my drumstick was covered in blood. And so that's what that's about, just how drumming has really been a positive influence on my life. And that's that's kind of the gist of a lot of the songs, is just their very personal experiences that I have and things that I'm passionate about that I wrote the lyrics about.
Right. How was it filming the video? What was that like? Was it over the course of a couple of days, or you just went right in, knew exactly what you wanted to do, and did it?
Yeah, it was actually pretty easy. It was just it was one day. We went to Pennsylvania on a Sunday, the Sunday before Thanksgiving. We went to a haunted house called Shocktoberfest. It's a haunted attraction that's open every September and October in Reading, Pennsylvania. And they pretty much just let us have the run of the place on a Sunday and let us film all day. And it was, it was a full day and a lot of hard work, because I was wearing this gas mask. I actually play the character that's in the video, and I could barely breathe out of this thing. So I sweat a lot and had a hard time breathing during the day, but it was worth it. I was the only actor we could find that would put up with those conditions and still work for free. So I just did it myself, as far as the acting. And my buddy Mike Schiff directed it, and he works with me at Howard TV, and he's incredible. He just did such an amazing job. He directed and edited the video and filmed it, did everything. And so it was, kind of a low-budget affair, but I think it turned out amazing for the short amount of time we had to do it, and for the budget that we had.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I watched it right when it came out. I seen something posted on blabbermouth or something, so I went over and watched it. But
thank you.
I know you had an issue with the gout. Has that affected your drumming at all, or?
No, a lot of people have asked that, and I appreciate people asking. And luckily, no, that was only about a 2 or 3 day affair. I went to a foot doctor, got a shot, got a little bit of medication, and it's been taken care of since the 1st of December. So, yeah, I'm all good as far as that goes. I just, I'm being careful with my diet, and that was the thing. I just pigged out so much on Thanksgiving that I ate more than I think I've eaten in my life, and I got to just never do that again and know when to stop eating.
Right. Now, you got some other stuff coming up. One of your other bands, I think there was a little press release saying you were going to reissue or release a second CD that you possibly recorded.
Yeah, with the band Control Tonight. It's Chuck Schuldiner's band, the great Chuck Schuldiner from the band Death. It's his other band that he had. And we were recording the second album when Chuck passed in 2001, and Chuck recorded his guitars, and I recorded the drums back in December of 2000. And for years there were some legal things going on with the label that Chuck had signed with for the album, and as far as I know, the label is no longer around, and the legal issues have been settled, and so now we can move forward. And this year we're going to go back in and finish the album. We just got to finish the bass and Shannon's lead guitars and Tim's vocals, Tim Amar's vocals. So yeah, we're going to finish that this year and hopefully have that out by the end of the year.
Cool. Now, what other appearances you got coming up? I know you're going to be on the show with Jim Florentine. When is that going to air?
I'm doing that metal show. I think the day, or my episode airs March 20th. It's the one with Rudy Sarzo on it, and Rudy's a really good friend of mine, so that was really exciting to do that show with my buddy Rudy. And so I got that. I'm going to be on the Talking Metal podcast this Tuesday night at 7. Let's see what else. I got quite a few things that I can't recall off the top of my head, but just a lot of interviews and a lot of things coming up. We're hopefully going to be playing the New England Metal Fest in April. We're in talks to do that with Charred Walls of the Damned, and so just kind of just getting the word out there and hopefully be doing some live shows pretty soon.
Cool, awesome. So, what stores are carrying physical copies of the CD? Because I know I went to Best Buy, and they really went downhill over the past couple of months because I can't find anything there. So do you know, like, if FYE has got it in stock or Hot Topic?
Well, yeah, both of those should have it. FYE, Hot Topic. Actually, Best Buy should have it. I bought a couple copies at the one here in Manhattan, and I've had a lot of friends that said they bought it at Best Buy, and so yeah, you should be able to find it at Best Buy. Amazon.com has it where you can order it. You can get it off iTunes. But yeah, for the physical copies, you can also go to the metalblade.com store. You can go, like FYE, Hot Topic. I'm trying to think what other chains there are now, but those are probably the major ones,
right?
Where you can get an actual physical copy.
There's not too many places left to get them, so I know.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot of the local record stores are closing, unfortunately, which is really sad. But yeah, it should be everywhere. You should be able to find it in any place that carries CDs. Cool.
Well, that's pretty much all the questions I have for you. So I want to thank you for calling into the show. And
well, thank you, Jay. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, no problem. It was an honor to have you. I'm a big fan of yours. I'm a big fan of the Stern Show, so it was great. I've been trying to set this up for months, and I'm glad the album's out, and we finally got a chance to do it, so I appreciate you calling in, bro. I really do.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And just to let everybody know, for any Charred Walls of the Damned info, you can go to charredwallsofthe-damned.com or richardchristy.com.
Cool. Thanks a lot. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you very much, Jay. Hey, this is Richard Christy from Charred Walls of the Damned, and you're listening to The Jay Stone Show.